Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. We are about to begin the ceremony. Please make yourselves comfortable in your seats. Thank you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and good morning. A warm welcome to Professor Datuk Seri Dr. Anwar Fazal, President of the Dr. Wu Lien-Teh Society, Professor Dr. Zamri Razzi, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Student Affairs, Universiti Malaya, Professor Dr. Sharul Bahya Kamaruzaman, Deputy Dean of Postgraduate, overseeing the Dean's duties, Faculty of Medicine, Professor Dr. Victor Ho Chi Wai, Head of the Department of Social and Preventive Medicine, Dr. Bala Murali Sundram, DrPH Coordinator, distinguished guests, award recipient and nominees, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Dr. Wu Lien-Teh Award Ceremony 2025. I'm Dr. Daliana Farid, Associate Professor and Public Health Medicine Specialist from the Department of Social and Preventive Medicine, Faculty of Medicine, and I am your MC today. Ladies and gentlemen, it is truly important for the Faculty of Medicine to acknowledge and celebrate our students' hard work with a deep sense of pride. Today's event honors the exceptional ability and dedication demonstrated by the recipient of the Dr. Wu Lien-Teh Award for the DrPH program. This ceremony is a celebration of success and achievement, one that aims to ensure our students feel valued and to inspire others to strive for excellence. Without further delay, I would like to invite Professor Dr. Sharul Bahya Kamaruzaman, Deputy Dean of Postgraduate, Faculty of Medicine, to deliver the opening address. Please join me in welcoming Prof. Sharul.
Thank you, Prof. Nick. Thank you. Very good morning. I'm here deputizing for our Dean, Datuk Professor Yang Farida, who sends her apologies at not being here. She was here for the third recipient award of the last year. So, and she sends her best wishes and congratulations to the new recipient. So, a very good morning to all. It is my honor because we started off with SPM with the first Wu Lien-Teh ceremony 4 years ago. And so congratulations and thank you to the Society. So I welcome all our distinguished guests, faculty members, our students, friends of public health that are here to the fourth Dr. Wu Lien-Teh Award ceremony. Yeah. So this meaningful event really ties in and aligns with Universiti Malaya's vision of becoming a global university that makes a meaningful impact to the world. And its mission, which is to advance knowledge and nurture future leaders committed to societal well-being, which is very much in keeping with the work that you do here in public health. So congratulations. On behalf of Universiti Malaya, I am deeply honoured to extend a special welcome to our esteemed guest, Professor Datuk Seri Dr. Anwar Fazal, who, I think this is your third visit here, yeah, Datuk Seri, who is the president of the Wu Lien-Teh Society and a proud alumnus of our university. He'll have a tale or two to tell us later on his many adventures here when he was alumnus, when he was here, yeah, and leading the pack here, I heard. So we're also very privileged to have with us representatives from the Dr. Wu Lien-Teh Society, whose continued collaboration and commitment to keep the legacy of Dr. Wu alive and thriving. So thank you. We would also like to acknowledge, of course, the presence of Professor Dr. Zamri Razzi, our Deputy Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs. Thank you, Dr. Zamri. Your presence here actually helps align also with, getting to know recipients and people who are involved in student affairs within the public health scene, and therefore we welcome your support to inspire and empower our student community. I'd also like to warmly welcome, of course, our head of department, Professor Dr. Victor Ho, Department of Social Preventive Medicine, Professor Dr. Rafzah Ahmad Zaki, Dr. Abkariah Yahya, Professor Noran, Prof. Sanjay, you're here. Thank you for coming back to Department, Prof. Sanjay. And of course, Dr. Wan Rosita binti Wan Mahyuddin from the National Institutes of Health, Ministry of Health Malaysia. And these esteemed individuals have served as dedicated supervisors to this year's award recipient. To all our academic and non-academic colleagues from within and beyond UM, and to our students, thank you for joining us on this important occasion. So the Faculty of Medicine, Universiti Malaya, envisions itself as a global academic health centre committed to transforming society through knowledge, innovation and community empowerment. We strive to nurture lives, empower communities through excellence in education, research, service and leadership, all within a dynamic and inclusive environment. And this is the very heart of what you do in public health as well. So I really appreciate that. So therefore, public health occupies a very unique and vital place in the field of health services. Yeah. So the Doctor of Public Health, the DrPH program, represents the highest level of professional training in public health practice. And we're very, very proud that Universiti Malaya is a home to this very, very valuable program. It's designed for those who aspire to be transformative leaders in health systems, policy and public service, combining advanced knowledge with applied research, leadership and management competencies. So therefore, this program supports a very diverse career trajectory. You can be virtually anything under public health should you choose to advocate for one particular important subject. And this strategies in public health practice and program evaluation to policy development, applied research and academia is very key to this program. And it's not merely academic in nature, it's purposefully orientated towards real-world public health practice and service. Yeah. So equipping our graduates with the tools to design, implement, evaluate interventions, as well that, to improve the health of populations and strengthen our public health systems. So in line with the Dr. Wu Lien-Teh Award, it honors the enduring legacy of one of the most revered figures of global public health, Dr. Wu. Today we're here to celebrate one of our exemplary DrPH graduates whose work and commitment reflect the values of Dr. Wu that he stood for: scientific rigor, courage, and an unwavering dedication to the public good. Yeah. So Prof. Dr. Victor Ho will later share a little bit more about the origins of the award, of Dr. Wu Lien-Teh's history, but also the very strict criteria and selection process that I'm actually quite, will steal that from public health to look into various selection processes for this prestigious award. And of course, with your help in the society to actually make the selection process a lot more robust and rigorous. So allow me to express our heartfelt appreciation to the Dr. Wu Lien-Teh Society for selecting Universiti Malaya's flagship DrPH program to honour Dr. Wu's enduring impact. This recognition reinforces our shared commitment to advancing public health, education and leadership in this region. I also wish to commend the Department of Social and Preventive Medicine, the regional leader in public health education, for their tireless efforts in nurturing public health excellence and for organising today's meaningful celebration. Thank you once again for being with us to commemorate the legacy of a true public health pioneer, Dr. Wu Lien-Teh, whose life work continues to inspire generations of public health professionals around the world. So thank you very much, and we look forward to the rest of the day's celebrations. Welcome.
Thank you, Prof. Sharul, for your inspiring words and for officiating the opening of today's ceremony. The Dr. Wu Lien-Teh Society is an organization established in 2012 in Penang, named in honor of the Chinese-Malaysian physician and epidemiologist Dr. Wu Lien-Teh, renowned for his remarkable contributions to public health, particularly in the control of communicable diseases. Continuing his legacy, the Society has made outstanding contributions, both locally and internationally, towards the advancement of health. For this reason, we are honoured to have with us today Professor Datuk Sri Dr. Anwar Fazal, President of the Dr. Wu Lien-Teh Society. It is my privilege to invite Datuk Sri to the front to deliver his speech. Please join me in welcoming him.
this is a special occasion because it's the first occasion that I'm walking up to the stage without a tongkat. Yes. And that, it's very, very special for me to come back to my kampong. Yeah? Because that's how I feel about this place, because my life in education, in higher education, actually began in this particular remarkable spot. It was a garden. It was an amazing joy for all of us at that particular time when it came. And for me, it's also was very special. It's very special because I had the early honor of being the president of the Students' Union, AMSU, they still call AMSU, and also the National Union of Students of Malaysia, which involved the technical college, the teachers' colleges, and also later we had a partnership with our elder brother at one time, the University of Singapore. For many people who don't know the interesting history of higher education of this country, how University of Malaya was actually born in Singapore, and it was there, and then we started this university, and then we had the name University of Malaya in Singapore and University of Malaya in Penang. So I went through that particular phase of having that strange phenomena. And at one time I had also the privilege of, as president of the Students' Union, to invite leaders in the country. So one of the greatest leaders that we invited over here was Tan Chi Kun, a medical doctor. And he was a socialist, the Labour Party, a founder, but such a gentleman, honors, very profound. And he was also appointed as part of the council of the Senate, I think, in this place. So you can see it was quite remarkable that people like that were also part of this university. And we had lectures on that time on the Vietnam War, and we had probably the most massive get-together where nearly 90% of the students in this university were at the Lake Gardens in that area to demonstrate our love for Malaysia and our togetherness in confronting confrontasi. At that time, Indonesia was very unhappy that we stole Sabah and Sarawak from them. Actually, we didn't. There was a whole procedure with the Commission of Inquiry where they decided to choose to become part of this country, and when all that problem, I, as president of the Students' Union, was invited by the British High Commissioner, because they are the ones who got Sabah and Sarawak to join, to brief me and said, the students here in the university are very outspoken, and I know that you all will be interested. I would like to brief you. Immediately after that, the Indonesian ambassador invites me as the president of the Students' Union, again to say what the Indonesia's position is, that they were very much interested in seeing that there was fairness. They were very worried that the colonial era will not end, because they were very interested that Sabah and Sarawak joined Indonesia, and that they will be part of what they love to call as Nusantara. And lots of people don't know that actually we nearly formed Nusantara just after World War II, So when the Japanese were defeated, the Malay nationalist parties together met with Sukarno and Hatta in the town of Taiping in Perak, a town that is called Everlasting Peace. It's interesting. And the Japanese brought together and they had a discussion and they agreed that Malaya will be part of a new nation with Indonesia, where they will defeat the Dutch, and Malaya, where we will remove the English. And the Japanese said, then you can form whatever you want. And it was agreed then that we should form Nusantara. Yeah? But unfortunately, you know, the Dutch came very quickly. They didn't have a chance to get independence in Indonesia. They had to start the war of independence. So we also left, you know, and let the British come in very quickly. They came and they took control over this. I mention these historical things because sometimes, you know, we live in quite a strange and complex world, and too often we get trapped in linear thinking that forgets about the context and the larger issues of this. So for us, one of the legendary persons for this part of the world was someone again who went through every single process, you can say, of what was change making in this world. Yeah? He went to Cambridge, the first sort of, you know, Malaysian student to go to Cambridge. He was the best student in the medical faculty in Cambridge every year that he was there. He did his postgraduate work. And he stayed for a while and when he came back to Penang, he cannot be a doctor. He can only be like a medical assistant. Only Europeans can be the doctor. Even you take Penang Hill Railway up, Europeans only, others. Oh, others. We find out we are others. Yeah? In our own country, we are others. Yeah? And he set up the Anti-Racism Society in Penang. So here was a medical doctor, you know, who grows up in finding, you know, how discriminatory society was, and he started forming the Anti-Racism Society. So here's a doctor with that amount and yet he was a small guy, you know, very soft-spoken and gentle. And yet, he would provide leadership for this transformation. And the second thing he discovered, England has already banned opium. In Penang, their colony, the largest revenue of the state government of Penang was giving licenses for opium. Can you imagine that the biggest revenue for the state government to run the state of Penang was coming actually from opium? Yeah? And giving the licenses, they were paid. And what happened? You actually were drugging the population. So drugs, opium drugs, were readily available, and workers even used to be paid part of their salary in opium by the employers. So can you imagine that kind of thing happening? So he started the anti-opium society. What courage, that he had, and managed to get that opium. But two people were not happy. I mean, two groups of people. One is the state government of Penang, said this guy is creating trouble for us. It's creating trouble for us. And the Chinese taukes who were selling the opium also didn't like him. So here he was, he had come back. He decided that he would take over a private clinic in a street called Cholia Street near Love Lane. And this clinic was owned by a British woman, doctor, at that time. And he bought the clinic from her. And he started that clinic. And every time that he worked as a private doctor, as a clinic, you would wonder, why is this guy top student in Cambridge, postgraduate in Cambridge, comes, ends up, cannot be a doctor, then just runs a clinic. I mean, what kind of world was this? Yeah, he took over the clinic. The police raided his clinic. They raided his clinic and asked him to open his cabinet for special medicines. And in it, they said, you got opium here in your cabinet, and you haven't got a license to sell opium. He said, this is medical opium. Opium was used as the anesthetic at that time. This is medicine. That's the kind of thing, and it is in every clinic. It was there with the doctor, but here they were taking this and they charged him in court. Charged him in court for having opium without a license. They didn't charge anybody else in the country. So you can see here how, in human rights terms, how strongly they were to get against a doctor who decided to speak out for the rights, to speak out for good health in the country. So he was fined. The amount was, I can't remember, a few $100s. Yeah? What was it being? The amount, about 200. 200, of course, that time was a huge amount of money. So anyway, he was gentle. And at that time, something was happening in the world. Something was happening in the world. There has been an amazing health problem in the northern part of China from Russia onwards. And it was killing people by the hundreds and by the thousands. And a German doctor had gone there and to help the government of China. And he identified it as the bubonic plague, because they were very familiar with the bubonic plague in Europe. But it was not helping. People were dying. They were dying, and he, a Chinese staff of the Emperor of China, said there is a doctor in Malaysia who was trained in communicable diseases, and he is now in Penang, and we have the contacts in Penang. Let us ask him to come and help us. So he got a letter from the Emperor's office to actually go to China, and he accepted that. He said, my God, I mean, the way I'm treated all here somebody is actually asking for my help. I will go there. And he went there, and he discovered the first thing that it had been wrongly diagnosed by the German doctor as the bubonic plague. This was the pneumonic plague. And the pneumonic plague just spreads in the air. A fly touches you, it goes there. And so the kind of communicable disease, this is vast more different from the bubonic plague, And he said, wow, this is happening. And so he said, we have to take new kinds of action. The first thing he said, all the people who are working must cover their mouth. And this led later to a proper mask. So he is regarded very much as the founder of the mask, and very often it's called the Wu Lien-Teh mask, and all medical people had to wear this. Nowadays it's quite common also in the clinics and so on, and then the whole thing became industrialized and beautiful, and then of course when the COVID came, suddenly the whole world knew about masks again, and place. So he wore that. And the second thing, he told the emperor, all the dead bodies that are here, there are flies all over them, and the flies will go and contaminate everywhere. If we don't deal with this issue, China will be destroyed, it will be eliminated. It is moving at an amazing speed, just like a storm, we're going, but everywhere the flies went, they touched people, and then the problem started occurring. And we have to burn all the dead bodies, because all the dead bodies that are lying all over the place, flies are getting onto them, and then they're going and touching everybody, and then it's just spreading. But he was not allowed to burn the bodies because at that time, and this is again unthinkable, when you look around now, to burn a body in China at that time was like sending it to hell. Like sending it to hell. Hell was like no body. So that was the culture at that time. They said, no, we must cremate the bodies. We must burn all of them. And then he wrote a letter. The emperor gave the permission. Yes, we have a medical emergency. We must take this action. And he allowed the permission to cremate all the bodies. And after the cremation of the body, the whole of the pneumonic plague just went and disappeared completely. And what is interesting is that after that custom, now the Chinese will cremate. It's become a standard practice for the Chinese to actually cremate their bodies. So interesting how a health issue can lead to a total transformation of the way in which culture of burying and so on can change. And so he did that, and of course he was very much appreciated. But he decided, well, I'm not going to go back. Penang is still a colony, and all those, you can call them, bureaucratic rascals, are all still in charge, and I don't want to go there. I will remain in China and try and do my best for China. Because China at that time was very much into traditional medicine. The new kinds of technologies of medicine had not yet come into China in a very big way. And here you have the largest nation in the world at that time, having the absence of so he took steps to create nearly 20 maternity hospitals, modern hospitals, the place, which is just amazing. I mean, here's a guy, from Penang he set up all those hospitals down the place, got people trained in modern medicine. He set up the Chinese Medical Association, got all the professional people. Now it has got 500,000 members, 500,000 members now as professionals in the Chinese Medical Association. And he was like the first president. He decided to stay on and help out in whatever way he could on the health issues. And during that time, he was so highly regarded at that time because globally people found, here is a person who saved, in a way, the world from destruction. Because when he got to China after that, it could have gone on everywhere. It would have gone on to Southeast Asia, it would have gone on to the United States. And they invited him to organize international conferences on communicable diseases, and so he worked with the World Health Organization and organized very large conferences where all the great thinkers of public health were beginning to meet together and for the first time going global in their thinking, and this led very much to a whole new way of global thinking with regard to disease, and for that, I mean, he was also very highly regarded. Then, as it went on to the late 30s, he decided, I think I want to come back home. He said, I wanted to come back home. I think one of his wives had died there, and he said, I come back home. But he said, this is 37, 38. I'm not coming back to Penang because it's still the same colonial government. He decided he will go to Ipoh and make Ipoh his home. And anybody here from Ipoh? No, Ipoh town. You know what Ipoh is, isn't it? Medicinally. It's a poison. Poison. And if you are an orang asli and you have your bamboo shoot, the arrow is put with this Ipoh poison linked up there. And you hit it and you'll get like, in the place. And if you want an antidote, if you want an antidote for it, guess what? You have to look for the kulim tree. We have a town called Kulim, and the kulim tree has the antidote to the Ipoh poison. So a boy from Kulim can marry a girl from that, because they will be neutralizing the poisons and the different medical elements, the chemical elements in that. Yeah. So he decided he'll stay in Ipoh, and while he was in Ipoh, what was he doing? He's running a simple clinic. A simple clinic in a road, I forget the name. I think it began with a B or something. What road was it, Dr. Ping? Can you remember? The Perak Road, somewhere, one small road. And it was a simple clinic, and giving services. And he had a system where you paid what you can pay. Yeah, I mean, it's not like I got my rates here. You only can come and see if you got money. Yeah. Anybody came and then they paid. So it's like a public service. Yeah, in the place. And then the Japanese took over. The Japanese took over 41, and they took over Ipoh. Also, his clinic was there, and his clinic continued. And then one day, somebody gave information to the Japanese Kempatai, the Japanese police, that he is cooperating with the communists. Why? Because some patients had come and seen him to take medicine. Yeah? And after taking the medicine, they were seen to be supporters of other Chinese who they say were more linked to, at that time, what was for some people the People's Party. And this is the first revolutionary party asking for independence for Malaysia, really fighting also. And so he actually was just serving a medical need. Sick people were coming and they were seeing, and somebody complains that he is like now supporting. So he was captured, and held for a while. And then it was reported to the head of the Japanese police in Hong Kong, in Ipoh, the head of the Japanese. And when he looked at it, the name seemed very familiar to him. Yeah. Then he remembered that this was the great doctor, that actually had also come to Japan, and in Japan he had held a whole global conference, about public health. So he called him up and checked, and then we found out he was him, and he told his soldiers, don't touch him. He is an outstanding man. He does work for public health. He was released and continued his work in the place. He started the public library. Ipoh Public Library was started by him. Yeah, and now they have a garden called the Wu Lien-Teh Garden in Ipoh. If you're passing by, you wonder, why is Wu Lien-Teh in that garden, in that place? Yeah, it's because of this history. So this, then after independence, in 1960, we were free. He decided, while he was in Ipoh, he did his biography. Beautiful book on his whole story. Once he finished, he said, I've done all I needed to do. I think I'll go back to Penang. So he went back to Penang, and then within a few weeks, sadly, he passed away at age 81. Yeah. He came from the same school that I came from. Yeah, and it was a very unusual school because it was called the Penang Free School. And it's the first school of the modern teaching that was started. And it was called the Free School not because you had pay no fees. It was a part of a movement that says schools free from religion. Because at that time in Europe, you had Catholic schools, you had Methodist schools, you had Anglican schools. I mean, always they were church related, in the place. So a movement in UK has started. We must start a free school movement where schools of all faiths, religions can start. And then when one of the pastors came to a church in Penang called the St. George's Church, they started the Penang Free School. Schools open to all races. And this is where he went, and the school itself taught him about globalness, about all the things that he needed. So that's the story of this remarkable person. And when I was asked, when I actually heard the story of this, it was based on something interestingly done in Singapore. He was like forgotten already in Malaya, but in Singapore, for which he had done nothing. But there was a grand niece or granddaughter of his who had settled down in Singapore. And she was with the library working, and then she decided, well, this uncle of mine or grandparent of mine had such an amazing story, and she wrote about him and got a book done. We collected all his materials. So this first book was published, and the Singapore government was so impressed that their National Film Board made a movie out of him. I mean, all this was happening in a place where he had nothing much to do, in the place. But it was the fact that the profession of medicine and people who were heroes, who were challenging these things, get recorded, get celebrated, and then made now into amazing heroes. So with that, he became known. And when the a group there called the Penang Free School Association Singapore, they said, we are going to bring the film and the speaker who wrote the book to Penang. And so it happened. We organized that, the Old Freeze Association, and Think City, which was also an organization that tries to get rejuvenated thinking. Don't think of places as buildings. Think of the human beings that occupied the places and did great work in there. And when that happened, we decided that we would start the Wu Lien-Teh Society, and its birth was the inaugural meeting was held again in a medical school, and that was the RUMC. That stands for, it was an Irish medical school, a medical university. I think you'll be familiar with the RUMC in the place, and we had a meeting there, and after that meeting we decided we would move. One place in China never forgot him was during his years when he was in China. The city of Harbin was where he stayed, and in the city of Harbin, it's a very interesting place. If you like to be caught in a refrigerator for 1 week, you can go there. It's one of those places where it snows for 3 months, and so they have an ice festival in Harbin. Everybody goes there with cold, in the place. So he had a laboratory there. He did a lot of research, and he wrote many of the things that he did. He did out of Harbin University link. So it's a very interesting link because he had a lab. He had his own little lab where he did amazing work, and Harbin University remembered all the things that he did for the city of Harbin, for the Harbin University in terms of research and technology, that they actually had a big bust of him at the university. So here was a Malaysian guy, Penang guy, having a statue in the city of Harbin. So if you were visiting it, you would say, what's a Malaysian doing here? How come we have a bust of a Malaysian right there in the city of Harbin? So they were celebrating him because they really realized what a genius he was and what amazing things he was doing. Such a kind, gentle person, always looking at problems and dealing with them. And when we started the society here, in Penang, we had a link with Harbin. They decided that they will donate a bust of Wu Lien-Teh also to Penang. Interesting that a foreign country, gives us a bust of his, and we had that bust, and then it was put up in RUNC, and the whole delegation from Harbin, the University of Harbin, with whom we have a MOU to do things, together will come, and with that, we had it. We used to celebrate the lectures. We founded the Wu Lien-Teh Society, all that. Then after some time, the management changed, and they moved the statue without letting the society know. And they put it to a different part of the building in front, under some trees, where all the time the birds were shitting on him. So every time you pass this road called Sepoy Lines, in the place, you will pass by the statue, all full of bird shit, because it was under a number of trees where the birds go. I mean, they didn't know what they were doing, but to see, like tears on his eyes, with that. So we decided, we moved it, and we found a home in Penang Institute. Sifun is the boss of that place, and the coordinator of the office. We moved it to a think tank. And so now a think tank has his statue, his bust in that. And the address the address of the Wu Lien-Teh Society was moved from a university to a think tank. And we set up a whole program there of annual lectures, of awards, thanking the Penang Institute for giving us a home and meeting all the incidental expenses, because then we didn't have to spend on, on all that logistics and having halls and so on. Everything is there, and Wu Lien-Teh is there. We planted a few things, and we called it the Wu Lien-Teh Garden. And before, it was put so high, so you had to look up to him. But when it came to the Penang, we decided to make him at our body level, so you can stand next to him and take a photograph in the place, which is very nice. So the society began, and we began with a whole range of things, and we got some funding. We arranged lectures, and one of the very important things that we decided very early, there is going to be no future unless we think of the youth, the younger generation. And the younger generation means we must bring ideas and thoughts to young people. So thanks to Dr. Peng, we started programs on awards for young people with poster competitions. Every big medical clinical conference, we had competitions where they put, and they will get a little certificate of Wu Lien-Teh. We started the lecture system. We had the Harbin MOU, and then we had also the MOU with Universiti Malaya, which again became very, very significant. Now Wu Lien-Teh is happy, the society is happy, we're doing amazing things, and thanks to the University of Malaya for having this particular program here. It's a joy for us, and it's helpful to the world as a whole. Terima kasih. Thank you very much. Usually I give my wife a rubber band. And it is her job, if I talk for too long, to shoot the rubber band. But I forgot that.
Thank you so much, Doctor. Thank you. Thank you.
Always learn something new.
Yeah. Every time.
Soft is powerful. Thank you, Datuk Sri Anwar, for your inspiring words and for generously sharing your wealth of knowledge on Dr. Wu Lien-Teh and experience with us. Your insights continue to enlighten and motivate us all. Established in 2021 through a collaboration between Universiti Malaya and the Dr. Wu Lien-Teh Society, the Dr. Wu Lien-Teh Award is presented annually to the most outstanding student in the Doctor of Public Health program at the Faculty of Medicine. The inaugural recipient of the award in 2022 was Dr. Wan Kim Sui, followed by Dr. Wong Min Fui in 2023 and Dr. Vivek Jason Jayaraj in 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Department of Social and Preventive Medicine, We are once again honoured and proud to celebrate another outstanding student from the DrPH program as the recipient of the Dr. Wu Lien-Teh Award, now in its 4th year. We will now hear a presentation by the Head of Department, Professor Dr. Victor Ho Chi Wai, who will share more about the award and the selection process used to determine the most deserving candidate. May I kindly invite Professor Dr. Victor Ho to the front. Thank you.
Thank you, Prof. Nick Dalana, for the kind introduction. And I would like to, of course, thank the Professor Datuk Seri Dr. Anwar Faizal for coming here today, and of course accompanied by our Deputy Vice Chancellor, Student Affairs Professor Dr. Zamri Razi, and Professor Dr. Sharul Baya Kamaruzzaman. I would like to basically, my job has been made very easy because I'm going to skip everything because Datuk Seri Anwar Faizal have actually tell a better story. I cannot tell the same story again, and it would be everybody will go to sleep. No, so I will just skip everything. This is slide number 12, supposed to be slide number 1. So I skip 12th slide and start with the Wu Lien-Teh Award. The Wu Lien-Teh Award was established with sponsorship from the Wu Lien-Teh Society of Penang. Thank you very much, the society. The society conducts research, promotes and support activities that honor the contribution of the legacy of Dr. Wu Lien-Teh, a Penang-born hero who modernized medicine in China. Activities organized include lectures, seminar, conferences related to the work of Dr. Wu Lien-Teh, particularly in the field of public health. The award is intended to recognize the best candidate of the Doctor of Public Health program at the Universiti Malaya, starting from 2020 and 2021 academic session for a duration of 5 years. This year marked the 4th year of the award is being held. The Wu Lien-Teh Award shall be awarded annually to one student with the best achievement in the program based on 4 domains: leadership, community engagement, academic standing, and professionalism. We have chosen these 4 domains because we are not looking for people who are academically excellent, but also is a leader, and with that leadership will be able to engage in the community in a professional way. That's why the 4 category is included, not just academic excellence. A lot of people can is a very good academic excellence, but will not be able to contribute to the world. We want them to be able to contribute to the world. So the recipient of this award, you have a lot to you need to make sure that you be able to contribute to the world. Other requirement, but the candidate obtain the highest mark of not less than 65% of the evaluation of marks for the entire prescribed domain. Candidate graduate in a period not exceeding 8 semesters from the date of commencement of the candidate registration. The prize will be in the form of cash with a value of 1,000, medal and certificate. The award shall be made by the Senate on the recommendation of Jabatan Kuasa Pemilih. No award shall be made in any academic year if there was no candidate fulfilling the criteria. These are the domains of evaluation. It consists of 25% for leadership, 25% for community engagement, 25% for academic standing, and 25% for professionalism. This is a flow chart. So we have a different level of assessment. Level 1, so receive shortlisted candidates from the Dean's Office. Candidates are given a questionnaire to fill up. Candidates return the questionnaire to the department. Then the department will be based on a rubric and given the score. Total marks of more than 65. Candidates graduate within 8 semesters. Yes, so then you will have a Jabatan Kuasa Pemilih, which consists the chair is the dean and the deputy dean, HOD, 2 academic staff, 1 DHP alumni. JK Pemilih will recommend only 1 candidate. Approved by the Senate, award recipient will receive 1,000, medal and certificate. So this is a very extensive what we call selection process to provide all of you that we have actually done a very extensive process. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to take a moment to acknowledge our previous award recipient. Our first recipient was Dr. Wan Kim Sui, Public Health Medicine Specialist, Head of Center of Burden of Disease Research, Institute of Public Health, National Institute of Health, Ministry of Health. Our second recipient, Dr. Wong Min Fui, also known as Esther Wong, Public Health Medicine Specialist, Institute of Health System Research, National Institute of Health, Ministry of Health Malaysia. And our third recipient, Dr. Vivek Jason Jayaraj, Public Health Medicine Specialist, Digital Health Division, Deputy Director in Digital Health Division, Ministry of Health. This is the new division in the Ministry of Health, which is basically looking at how to use digital technology to enhance our healthcare. For this fourth edition of the awards, four outstanding candidates were shortlisted: Dr. Nur Nabila Abd Rahim, Dr. Mala Valley, Dr. Kalasani Anak Perempuan Ramachandran, and Dr. Hawa Harit. All four candidates demonstrated exceptional merit and the scores were highly competitive. We are truly proud and honored to have all shortlisted candidates present with us today. Let us give them a big round of applause. Announcing the award recipient, we are delighted to announce today's award recipient. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Nur Nabila Abd Rahim for her outstanding achievement. Let us give her a big round of applause. Allow me to give some brief recognition about her. Dr. Nur Nabila Abd Rahim is the fourth recipient of the award. She graduated with Master of Public Health from Faculty of Medicine, Universiti Malaya in 2019-2020 and pursued her doctorate studies with our faculty from 2020 to 2023. Dr. Nur Nabila graduated from the Doctor Public Health program at the 64th Universiti Malaya Convocation ceremony alongside 11 fellow Doctor Public Health candidates. Dr. Nur Nabila Abd Rahim is a Public Health Medicine Specialist, currently serving at the Environmental Health and Geographical Information System, National Institute of Health. She is a professional with a keen interest in environmental health and data analytics. During a candidate in Doctor Public Health program, she had played a key role in organizing the COVID-19 vaccination outreach program at UMMC, coordinating between departments, managing limited vaccine supplies, and ensuring adherence to the evolving health guidelines. She volunteered with the disaster response team during 2021 flood crisis, where she provided medical aid and health education to flood victims in temporary shelter. Her effort ensures that affected communities receive essential health care and guidance on the prevention of waterborne diseases. During her attachment at PKD Petaling, she led the planning and execution of health promotion program focused on vector control and environmental health. Her responsibilities included managing the interdepartmental collaboration, coordinating the community outreach logistics, and allowing resources within tight timelines. Among the key activities were the construction of Paul Flush Pit Latrine in Kampung Orang Asli, Bukit Mancung, Hulu Selangor, and conducting drinking water sampling in Hulu Langat. This initiative contributed to improve hygiene and health awareness, particularly among high-risk population. She led a COVID-19 vaccination outreach program specifically tailored to the indigenous population in Desa Temuan, Selangor. Recognizing the community's concern and vaccine hesitancy, she collaborated with local leaders and healthcare workers to deliver culturally appropriate education session, one-on-one consultation. This effort helped dispel vaccine myth, foster trust, and ultimately resulted in high vaccination rate within the community. She actively participated in multiple academic conferences and was honored with the Best Oral Presentation on 3 occasions. The 54 Asia Pacific Consortium for Public Health Conference 2023, the 23rd National Public Health Colloquium 2023, and the 15th MOH Academy of Medicine Scientific Meeting 2024 in conjunction with the 25th NIH Scientific Conference. Her husband and family has been her greatest pillar of support throughout her journey. Remarkably, she has a baby during Master of Public Health. I think having a baby will give you much more, what we call that, inspiration to do better studies and preserve and successfully completed both. Her dedication and resilience are truly inspiring. Again, let's give her a big round of applause. We would like to invite, correct? Not yet, okay.
Thank you, Prof. Victor, for your presentation and for shedding light on the significance of the Dr. Wu Lien-Teh Award and the selection process. The role of supervisor is to assist and guide the student through the design, development, and completion of their DrPH thesis within the stipulated time. The creation and nurturing of an effective supervisory relationship is fundamental to this process. In many ways, this relationship should be a smart partnership built on a win-win orientation From the outset, both the student and the supervisor must negotiate and mutually agree on how they will work together. Dr. Nur Nabila Abd Rahim was fortunate to have been supervised by Professor Dr. Rabzah Ahmad Zaki and Dr. Abkoria binti Yahya from the Department of Social and Preventive Medicine and Dr. Wan Rosita binti Wan Mahyuddin from the Institute for Medical Research, Ministry of Health Malaysia. Without further ado, I would like to invite Prof. Rabzah to deliver a speech, followed by Dr. Corey and also Dr. Wan Rosita. Please welcome.
Thank you, Prof. Nick. Okay, Assalamualaikum and good morning. Professor Datuk Sri Dr. Anwar Faizal, the President of Wu Lien-Teh Society. Professor Dr. Zamri Razi, our Deputy Vice Chancellor, Student Affairs of Universiti of Malaya. Professor Dr. Shahrul Bahriah Kamrul Zaman, our Deputy Dean of Postgraduate, overseeing the Dean's Duty of Faculty of Medicine. Professor Dr. Victor Ho, our Head of Department of Social and Preventive Medicine. Esteemed guests, colleagues and friends. So it is a great pride and joy that I can stand here today to celebrate the outstanding achievement of my students, Dr. Nur Nabila Abd Rahim, who is being honoured with the prestigious Dr. Wu Lien-Teh Award. This award, named after the legendary Dr. Wu Lien-Teh, a pioneer in epidemic control and public health, recognised not just academic excellence but also deep commitment to improving health and well-being in our communities. Dr. Wu's courage, innovation and unwavering dedication to protect life continues to inspire us all. So in the spirit of this legacy, Dr. Nabila has demonstrated exceptional dedication, resilience and intellectual excellence throughout her journey. Her works on association of air pollution with cardiovascular and respiratory hospitalization in Peninsular Malaysia, a time series multi-district analysis, has not only added knowledge to our field but also reflects her deep compassion to tackle public health issue at a larger perspective and a bigger scale. So throughout her journey, Dr. Nabila has showed the highest standards of integrity, diligence and compassion. As a student, she has shown remarkable intellectual curiosity, critical thinking and a tireless work ethics. She also very independent learner, and her ability to engage deeply with complex public health issues and to seek innovative solutions is truly commendable. So we are actually lucky to have her as our students. And as a public health practitioner, Dr. Nabila stands out for her leadership and commitment to making a tangible difference. She could connect with people, working with communities, collaborating with stakeholders and leading research initiatives like what's presented by Prof. Victor just now. So I would like to thank the organising committee, colleagues and all those who have supported and believe in Nabila to receive this award. So to Nabila, we are incredibly proud of you. I know that this is just one of the many milestones you will achieve in your career, and I'm excited to see the continued impact your work in the years to come. Once again, congratulations on this well-deserved honour. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and very good day to everyone. Okay, my name is Abkoria. Yang berbahagia Profesor Datuk Seri Dr. Anwar Fazal, the President of the Wu Lien-Teh Society. Yang berbahagia Profesor Dr. Zamri Razi, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Student Affairs, Universiti Malaya. Yang berbahagia Profesor Dr. Shahrul Bahia, Kamarul Zaman, Deputy Dean Postgraduate, overseeing the Dean's Duty, Faculty of Medicine. Professor Dr. Victor Ho Chiwai Abdullah, Head of Department of Social and Preventive Medicine. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is my honour to say a few words about Dr. Nur Nabila Abd Rahim, the recipient of this year's Wu Lien-Teh Award. Dr. Nabila is an exceptional, dedicated and self-motivated scholar. Her research entitled Impact of Air Pollution on Cardiovascular and Respiratory Hospitalization in Peninsular Malaysia, a time series multi-district analysis, has demanded advanced analytical skills beyond the standard of our curriculum. Yet, she boldly took on the challenge, learning multiple statistical software in order to master the time series analysis. She also on her own attended several workshops. Her passion for learning is undeniable. From her MPH days, she has shown interest in complex data work and built on that foundation throughout her DrPH. Despite the difficulty in assessing and handling secondary data, she managed it with great perseverance, filling crucial knowledge gaps in environmental health. Her work has not only resulted in 3 journal publications, but also earned her multiple awards at local and international conferences, this reflecting both the quality and impact of her research. Dr. Nabila stands out as a DrPH candidate with strong technical and hands-on capabilities, skills increasingly vital in public health. She is a bright, diligent, humble and deeply respectful to her supervisors. I hope her success inspires other DrPH candidates. With passion and determination, your goals are within reach. Congratulations to Dr. Nabila, wishing you continued success in your journey ahead, and thank you very much for the Wu Lien-Teh Society.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh, and a very good morning to all. Yang berbahagia Profesor Datuk Seri Dr. Anwar Fazal, Presiden of the Wu Lien-Teh Society, Universiti of Malaya. Yang berbahagia Profesor Dr. Zamri Razi, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Student Affairs UM. Yang berbahagia Profesor Dr. Shahrul Bahia, exercising the function of Dean Faculty of Medicine UM. Yang bahagia Profesor Dr. Victor Ho, Head Department of Social Preventive Medicine UM, and finally our esteemed members of the floor. It is with immense pride and joy that I stand here today to celebrate the remarkable achievement of Dr. Nur Nabila Abd Rahim, who has been awarded the prestigious Dr. Wu Lien-Teh Award. This recognition is not only a testament to her exceptional dedication, intellect and contributions to her field, but also a reflection of her unwavering commitment to excellence. Dr. Nur Nabila had demonstrated extraordinary perseverance and innovation throughout her journey. Her research project has a lot to do with coding and syntax of the R software. So it's like a very texting. With her hard work and perseverance, she managed to overcome the challenge. What I like most about her is she's very humble, bright, and soft-spoken, and always ready, the readiness in her. Whenever she came to me and having difficulties in the analysis, we will discuss, but she has prepared something. She has something idea about, she has read a lot and present to me, and then we discuss how to work with it. That's what I like about her. And we will try to find the solutions together. And her work has contributed to advanced knowledge in the area of risk assessment and health impacts of air pollution. She embodies the spirit of Dr. Wu Lien-Teh, whose legacy continues to inspire generations of researchers, medical professionals, and change makers. I'm also very proud, looking at Dr. Victor Ho's presentation just now, that most of all the previous recipients awards, together with Dr. Nur Nabila today, are now working in NIH, where I am from. So may they continue their research excellency in NIH also. So to Dr. Nur Nabila, congratulations on this well-deserved honor. Your achievements inspire not only your peers, but also your future generations who strive to follow in your footsteps. We are all incredibly proud of you and look forward to witnessing your continued success in NIH. Thank you, and may this award mark the beginning of even greater accomplishments ahead. With that, thank you.
Again, soft is powerful. Thank you, Prof. Rabza, Dr. Corey, and Dr. Wan Rosita for your invaluable guidance and support throughout Dr. Nur Nabila Abd Rahim's research journey. Your expertise, dedication, and mentorship have been crucial in shaping her work and helping her reach this remarkable milestone. And now, to the highlight of the day, the award ceremony we have all been eagerly awaiting. It is my honor to invite Datuk Sri Dr. Anwar to present the Dr. Wu Lien-Teh Award. We would also like to invite Prof. Zamri, Dr. Sharul, Prof. Sharul, and Professor Dr. Victor Ho to join Datuk Sri up front. Please give them a warm welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Dr. Nur Nabila Abd Rahim, the recipient of the Dr. Wu Lien-Teh Award for 2025, to the front to accept her award.
Thumbs up. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Congratulations, Dr. Nur Nabila Abd Rahim. Well done on your exceptional hard work. This time around, it is exciting to note that we have female nominees for the Dr. Wu Lien-Teh Award, a proof that women are truly making their mark in public health. Can I kindly ask Datuk Sri, Professor Dr. Sharul Bahaya, and Professor Dr. Victor Ho to remain on front, and also Prof. Zamri, as we now take the opportunity to recognize the finalists for the Dr. Wu Lien-Teh Award. I thought dah bagi. Ya kan dah bagi.
This one too, yes. Easy to help.
And also this one too? Yeah, this one too. Okay, ready? And also the book. Yeah. Okay, ready? All 1, 2, 3. Okay.
I don't know whether this check will be valid or not.
And this is
See, this was his life.
Okay, congratulations, Dr. Nur Nabila Abd Rahim. Well done on your exceptional hard work. This time around, it's exciting to note that we have female nominees for the Dr. Wu Lien-Teh Award. Again, I have to repeat here, proof that women are truly making their mark in public health. Can I kindly ask Dr. Sri, Prof. Sharul, Prof. Ramzi and Prof. Dr. Victor Ho to just remain up front as we now take the opportunity to recognize the finalists for the Dr. Wu Lien-Teh Award. The selection process for this award is highly competitive, and the hard work of our finalists in the fields of public health, research, education and advocacy deserves to be celebrated. It is now my pleasure to call upon our finalist, Dr. Mala Veli, who actually did work on sustainability of palliative care service to adults dealing with serious health suffering in primary care facilities in Malaysia.
Okay, ready? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, good.
Congratulations, Dr. Malar. Next, we have Dr. Kalashini Ramachandran. She actually did a work on breast milk sharing, motivators and barriers to its acceptance among Malaysians.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, good.
I will send a test question.
Congratulations, Dr. Kala. Next, we have Dr. Hazwa Harith. Her work was on the development and implementation of EduMind for mental health education among youth.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, good.
Good. Well done to Dr. Nabila and all our finalists, Dr. Kala, Dr. Mala and Dr. Hazwa, for your dedication and all your hard work. Your achievements are truly inspiring. Thank you, Dr. Sri Anwar, Professor Sharo, and Professor Dr. Victor Ho, and Professor Ramzi Zamri for your continued support and for being part of this significant moment. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we are delighted to celebrate the success of Dr. Nur Nabila Abd Rahim today, and we look forward to her continued contributions in the field of public health. And next, we are honored to invite Dr. Nur. Oh, you want to? Oh, okay. All right.
These are all the hard workers of the. I'll go to corner.
Actually, have a speech.
Have a speech. Later.
Next, we are honored to invite Dr. Nur Nabila Abd Rahim to the front to share a few words of inspiration with us. Please welcome.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera and a very good morning. Yang berbahagia Prof. Datuk Seri Dr. Anwar Fazal, President of the Dr. Wu Lien-Teh Society and alumnus. Prof. Dr. Zamri Razi, Deputy Vice Chancellor Students Affairs of Yang berbahagia Prof. Dr. Sharul Bahia binti Kamar Zaman, exercising the function of Dean, Faculty of Medicine. Prof. Dr. Victor Ho Chi Wai, Head, Department of Social and Preventive Medicine. Respected supervisors, Prof. Dr. Hafzah Ahmad Zaki, Dr. Abu Karyah Yahya, and also Dr. Wan Rosita binti Wan Mahyudin. Esteemed lecturers, colleagues, fellow alumni, friends and family. Today, I'm truly honored and still honestly a little surprised to be standing here today receiving the Dr. Wu Lien-Teh Award. This recognition means so much to me, not only as a graduate of Universiti Malaya, but as someone who's still very much in the trenches of public health work, learning every day. My journey at started with Master of Public Health, then continued into the Doctor of Public Health, a journey that spanned lecture halls, group work, Zoom meetings, and more assignments than I like to count. I had the rare experience of going through both face-to-face and fully virtual learning thanks to the pandemic. I'll never forget the chaos of adapting to online classes, trying to stay focused while also juggling home life. It was challenging, but it also taught me how resilient we can be when we need to pivot. To my supervisors, Prof. Dr. Hafzah, Dr. Abu Karyah, and also Dr. Wan Rosita, thank you for giving me the independence to manage my own time and projects, while still being there when I needed help. That balance gave me space to grow, to try, to stumble a little, and also to learn deeply. And I truly appreciate that. It's rare to be given that level of trust as a student, and that trust made me feel like more than someone completing a program. It made me feel seen as a future public health professional, someone worthy of the responsibility that comes with the field. What gave me most, though, is the way I now think, analytically, critically, and with curiosity. These are skills I carry with me every day in my work as a researcher at the Institute for Medical Research. An institution I later discovered was once also briefly home to Dr. Wu Lien-Teh in the early 1900s. It's incredibly humbling to be part of a place with such a legacy, and it reminds me that the work we do, even quietly behind the scenes, can have lasting impact. During my time in the program, I worked on environmental epidemiology, exploring how air pollution impacts cardiovascular and respiratory health. Today, I continue this work at the Institute for Medical Research, focusing on environmental health issues such as disaster-related exposure, microplastics, and also air quality. It's work that often happens quietly, but contributes to protecting the health of vulnerable communities. Along the way, I also got to explore opportunities beyond the university. One highlight was attending a regional course of on One Health in both Hanoi and Bangkok, meeting people from all sorts of backgrounds, policy, clinical work, environmental health, veterinary medicine, reminded me just how important it is to be open to different perspectives. Collaboration doesn't happen in a bubble. That experience challenged me to listen more, to ask better questions, and to reflect on how local public health action fits into the wider regional and global context. It reminded me that our work isn't just about publishing papers or completing analysis. It's about people, systems, and equity. Now, if you had told me a few years ago that I would enjoy scientific presentations, I wouldn't have believed you. But thanks to UM's training and some trial and error, I somehow ended up winning a few oral presentation awards over the past few years. I share this not to highlight the achievement, but to reflect how the environment here in Universiti Malaya has encouraged me to step up, to speak clearly, and also communicate science with confidence. And of course, I didn't go through this journey alone. Alia, Kala, Malar, and the rest of our batchmates, thank you for the laughs, the shared confusion over assignments, and also all the little moments that kept us going. It really wouldn't have been the same without all of you. One thing I've come to understand is that leadership in public health doesn't always mean taking the mic. Sometimes it's about staying committed, doing the hard work behind the scenes, and also holding steady when things get tough. And that's something I'll carry forward from my time here. I'm also so grateful for my family, especially my father and siblings, for cheering me on through this whole journey, even if they don't always know what I was working on. Today, I'm happy to have a few of them here. My father, my younger sister Najiha, and my two older kids, Dahlia and Haris. Thank you for being here and being part of this celebration. And to my husband Saisha, who's supporting me from afar today. Well, not really far, he's in Putrajaya, but he's unable to attend. Thank you for always having my back, and for never making me feel like I had to do this alone. And while she couldn't be here today, I wanted to say a little hello to my youngest daughter Jasmine, who's at home. Actually, today is her first birthday. It's a little bittersweet not having her here, but she's a big part of why this moment matters so much to me. When I enrolled in the Master of Public Health program way back in 2019, my son Haris, who's here with us, he was just 5 months old. And when I sat for my Viva last year, that was in July 2024, my daughter Jasmine, who turns 1 year old today, she was only 2 months old. So that was a very, very demanding time for me. Those moments were physically and emotionally demanding, but it's also incredibly meaningful. Going through this program while caring for young children reminded me that learning doesn't have to stop just because life is full, and that growth can happen alongside chaos, love, and sleepless nights. If anything, I think it made me more empathetic towards, as a public health professional, more attuned to the unseen burdens people carry while still showing up. To the Faculty of Medicine and the Department of Social and Preventive Medicine, thank you for shaping not just my skills, but the way I carry myself as a public health professional. This award bears the name of Dr. Wu Lien-Teh, a pioneer who inspires us to be courageous in the face of crisis, grounded in evidence and guided by compassion. I can only hope to live up to a small part of the legacy. Thank you again for this award, for this journey, and for today. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Dr. Nabila, and again, congratulations. Your daughter Jasmine actually shares the same birthday with Prof. Noran, so happy birthday to both Prof. Noran and also Jasmine. Ladies and gentlemen, before we proceed further, please be informed that we will now have a group photo session to remember this special occasion. We are also very honored to have with us today the family members of the award recipient. We also have our nominees and also members of the Dr. Wu Lien-Teh Society, academicians, supervisors, and many distinguished guests. So we'll begin with the small group photo sessions, followed by the larger group photo. So the order for the small group photo will be as follows. We'll start with Dr. Nur Nabila and her family. Please welcome.
Here it is. All 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Okay, Dr. Nabila, can you please stay? Please stay. Can we have Dr. Nabila supervisors? Dr. Nabila supervisors. After this. Okay, please stay, just stay. Can we have the nominees come to the front? And also the nominees supervisors. Not sure if everyone is here.
Get ready, 1, 2, 3.
So now we'd like to invite members of the Dr. Wu Lien-Teh Society with all the award recipients and nominees together with Prof. Sharul, Prof. Victor and also Prof. Zamri.
Get ready. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, freestyle. Okay, get ready. 1, 2. One more. 1, 2. Last one. 1, 2. All right. Okay, ready.
Get ready. 1, 2, 3. Another one. Ready. 1, 2, 3. Okay, freestyle. Ready. 1, 2, 3. Right.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Freestyle. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you so much. So now I would like to invite everyone here for a photo session to capture this momentous occasion. So everyone can just stay. Come on. Yeah, sit. Please go back to your seats here. We'll take from the front. Yeah, I'll do it. I make announcement. Okay. Before we conclude, I would like to take a moment to express our heartfelt gratitude to the DrPH coordinators, Dr. Bala, Prof. Tarani, and also their team members, Puan Sohaili, Puan Nur Azlina, and also Puan Cheshima, and also members from the Postgraduate Office, Faculty of Medicine, and also, of course, our Wu Lien-Teh Society. Your dedication and hard work have been instrumental in making today's event a success. We truly appreciate all your efforts and commitment to ensuring everything ran smoothly. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now come to the end of today's ceremony. Thank you all for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you again at our next event. Will that be next event? Yes, okay, definitely. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you so much, Dato'. So lunch is now served at Synapse, which is located on level 4. So we invite you to join us there shortly and enjoy your meal. Have a good day, everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.